Course Nation, I have some bad news for you too. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Despite everything, we do have some bad news. Also, we do have, lineup prediction, and we're also going to talk about, Coach Cedric Kaz, what he said in terms of Coach Nabi and the players who will not be available and what will happen if Kaizer doesn't win tomorrow's game. But anyways, before we dive into all of those details, please do make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel. If ever this is your first time, seeing Football Transit QB, don't forget to click the bell notification also, so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified and be able to watch that video. Now guys, where should I start? Because definitely there's a lot, and it's mostly bad news, but also good news, Nyana, but in between. So where should I start? Well, apparently, I think I'm just going to start with the coach Cedric Kaz. He has finally spoken. He was asked the question of whether does he feel like he betrayed Coach Nabi, and the response was shocking. But it was something that we were not expecting. None of us were expecting that response, but definitely he did try to smooth things out. So let's just have a look.
I've known Coach Nabi for a couple years. I have worked with him, and as him and me, we know the situation of the coaching job. Today, he's not here, and I'm pretty sure that he will be proud that we continue where he left off, and we bring the club to where it belongs.
Well, he's known Coach Nabi for a few years, and they both know the situation or the reasons why Coach Nabi currently is not coaching Kaizer Chiefs as I'm speaking with you. Obviously, nothing has been confirmed in terms of his departure, but we do know negotiations are there, they're taking place. We just have to wait and see whether they're going to let him remain with the club or they're definitely going to let go of Coach Nabi. Now, it doesn't make any sense for me why a coach who doesn't want to be around is negotiating, because if he did not want to be around, he would have just said, no, I'm going. And don't forget, there are offers coming in from abroad. But anyways, we are not there, guys. Let's just move on, because definitely they know what is happening, and Tina, we do not know. Now, tomorrow's game, guys, obviously, before I give you, my lineup prediction and everything else, you look at tomorrow's game. We are playing again against Kabuskop. I think the match will be played around 3, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow will be Saturday. We're playing at FNP Stadium. Now, here's a problem. Kaizer tomorrow, they are supposed to win the game, whether they like it or not. And with what I'm seeing, with what is happening, we have to be honest, guys. The chances of Kaizer winning that game are very slim. Now, what happens if Kaizer doesn't win the game or tomorrow's clash? Well, since these are the first preliminary round knockouts, well, that's it. We are done. We are done. We can't advance. We can't do anything. It's done. So tomorrow we need to make sure that we play to win, and not just any win. That is not a win, because Kumbula, there's an aggregate. We played last, we lost. Yes, I know, did not watch the game, but definitely we did play and we did lose that game. So karma, boo, coming back to bite us. We need to make sure that we win by 2 goals. If we do not win, home goal advantage, something I think might be working or whatever. But anyways, we need to make sure that we win tomorrow's game so that we can be able to advance through to the second round. Now, despite that, also, let's just look at what is happening with the players, because definitely there are players who are not or will not be available for the game, and the reason why is very simple. Yes, we do have Aitiosa Ekutaro currently training with the team, but we do not know whether he's going to be available for tomorrow's game. But I think it's unlikely, because I will explain to you in just a minute. So with that being said, we do have players who will not be available. It's sad, really. I wanted to see this guy, playing Kef because he was going to help us. I think he's going to help us a lot. Now, I thought when they substituted him, or they've taken him out the last game that we played, I thought maybe they were just trying to protect him because of, there's this game of ICAF that we are going to play tomorrow, which is the 27th. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Buffet they took him out for something else. I don't know what it is. I can't be able to tell you for sure. But one thing I do know is the fact that he's not a registered player to play or to participate with KEF. Now, I'm dating now, Lan. When we signed Kaizer, we signed him after 8/31 August, and the 31st of August, that was the deadline for us to register the players who are going to participate in the CAF Confederation. So that's why I'm saying it's highly unlikely that maybe even Etiosa Ekodaro will be available for those games, because we do not even have them go preseason. So it's something that is going to be difficult for us to be able to say no, Ekodaro will be there. But I'm sure Silva will be there, but Ekodaro will not. Okay, not too sure, but it might not be there. And also Kaizer is the one that I'm sure about, who he will not be there. So if Kaizer Chiefs tomorrow plays and we win, then definitely for the second preliminary rounds, then we'll be able to play him, because by then we would have registered him. Obviously, we can't say we won't register him because we know what he's capable of. We know of the experience that he holds. But if we do not win, then it's try. We need 2 goals or more, at least 1 goal difference. One goal difference is going to make us win the game. So despite them scoring Tina, obviously we need to score 2 more goals. If they score, it will be 2. We need to score 3 more goals. I meant to say, I'm sorry about that. We need to score 3 more goals on top of that. But since we do not have players that I could say definitely they're going to do something, because remember, there's a selected number of players that are going or need to be able to participate on the CAF Confederation. And with the list, I'm not too sure. I'm not even too sure whether Oshinga will be there, because now they've told us Paseka Marco is injured. So maybe that's why they decided to take him out the last game that we played. And then also we have Especially Ndlovu. The reason why I do not understand why Bamkipile, it was because of an injury. So we might have to use Mshini and also Otele. But with the left back, I'm not too sure whether Oshinga will be available, or not just the left back, but also the left wing. But I think Pule Modi, that's who they will be playing, since obviously we do not have the services of Umfana Asanelevela by. I think he would have been the perfect guy for tomorrow's game. But unfortunately, guys, things are just not how we want them to be. So with that being said, let's just quickly jump to my lineup prediction. What do you think should be played and how we should play? Now, first things first, we have to understand the opponents. Cabo Scope, those guys, they are physical, like really physical. And for us to be able to survive playing players like Abo Inaso Miguel, you can see definitely where does he take the physicality whenever he's playing games. I understand now, it's okay, definitely it's coming from back home. So I think we need Wandile Duba. Yes, I know his shot, you guys will say he's not going to offer us much, but I think we need Wandile Duba center forward as a starter. Yes, hear me out. Silva is good. He's great when it comes to finishing, but for now we need Duba to be a starter. At the back, obviously, I'm not going to change the goalkeeper. We're going to start with Brendan Peterson. And then we look at the left back. That's where things get a bit complicated, because Cross, the disabilities that he has. We know what he does not have. But also, we do know what he's capable of. So, with that being said, I think if Shinga was available, I would have played him. I would definitely play him. But he's not there. So, I think we have to play Bradley Cross, whether we like it or not. But the problem is, who is going to protect him? Depending on the lineup that we're going to play, then I would say bring in. Bring in Upulemodi. He is the only one that is going to be able to protect across. Not saying other players won't be, but I think he's a great player when he's playing with the Bradley Cross. So they have a good partnership on that left flank. Moving on. Centre back pairing, don't change. Play them. Mikel, Quinica, it's fine. Sbonile, they played last game. And I think they did very well. Right back, that is where currently the problem is. Ralf Rosler is not himself, but I wouldn't change him just yet. Bengzomkala, just to give him the confidence boost, because at the end of the day, whether we win, we lose, we need the players, they need us, so it doesn't matter. But we do need to play a right back, and I know a lot of people will be saying, let's play with Dylan Solomons. Well, it's going to be difficult for him to be able to do a good job. We can bring him in as a substitute, but we need to start with Frostler. Hear me out, guys. The reason why I'm saying this is because we always take out the players, even when they're performing, and this doesn't build any confidence on that player. We've talked about it on the previous video. So now, I think we should start with Frostler, and then we can bring in Solomons a bit later on, depending whether ukhona squad that was supposed to play, because I know Munyane was on that squad, but he did not make it. Finally, we move to the DM. Ox is a no-go. I've looked at the last game that we played, and definitely those people are not dangerous in the middle of the park. We do not need Ox. If we are going to play Ox, then it's suicide, because now he will be running around like a headless chicken, and that's what I saw. That's what I saw the last game that we played. Maybe he would have picked up and tried to improve slightly on what he needs to do, but I think we can bring him or introduce him later. The only thing that we need is to make sure that we punish the opponents, and we need skillful players who are quick thinkers, because those guys, they are physical, and how to outsmart physical players, you need creative and quick thinking. So Ox is just going to slow it down, and you guys will blame him. But this is why we have a lot of different players. I wish we had Lebogang Maboya early, because I know Nai would have been registered to be able to participate on the CAF Confederation. But unfortunately, I don't think that is going to be possible. So we need to come up with a good strategy. We do not have Undlovu, we have Ucele and Umshini. That is a great combination that I believe is going to help the team advance. We need those players because we need to be able to score as much goals as we need. So both those players are attack minded and defensively, even though someone is going to say we need Ox. Well, not really. Tabokele is someone who can step up in that game and make sure Uchesningeza in the Sifuna. The only problem is if something happens to him or Umshini, we might not have a backup. Or backup corner. I think George Matlow can fill in that central midfield. But if something happens to Cele, then I don't know, because we've seen the pairing of Cele and Matlow. That one is not working. So, surprise, surprise. And then we move on the attacking midfielder. Let's start with Rino Buffet to give the guy a chance. We should not start with Mduduzi Shabalala, and I've already explained why. You know why. I cannot repeat it. And then we look at the left wing, we look at the right wing. Pulemond, as I've said, the right wing, Magangeno Lilepo as a starter, because he's someone who, despite being slow, he does help the team a lot, because now you are playing him, Nocerino, which definitely is going to be good offensively, but defensively is a problem. And then centre forward, as I've said, bring in Wandile Duba. I think that is the best shot that we have in making sure we win the game. Now, do not be quick. I repeat, do not be quick to change the players in the field of play. But to those players, when they start to find their rhythm, let them be, but in the rhythm, unless it is necessary to make a change. It's not bad, or it's not a bad idea to make a change 1 minute around 78, 65, no, 70, 75 years, definitely we can make changes there. But early on, I don't think it's a good idea. But I don't know. That's what I think. Anyways, you can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I believe this is it perfect too. I know I've been scarce lately, but yeah, it's just been difficult for me. I've been having hard time, especially with everything that has been happening at Nashorana. But I will be back at my full feet. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I believe this is it. Please take care. Peace.